So, good afternoon and welcome to the press room here at the European Parliament in Strasbourg. We are very pleased to have with us today the Executive Vice President VIRKKUNEN for the college readout, but also for the presser that will follow immediately regarding the rule of law report. And for that, we also have the pleasure of having with us Commissioner McGrath. Executive Vice President, without further ado, the floor is yours.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to our college readout. Today we adopted the 2025 Rule of Law report, and we will go into the details very shortly together with Commissioner McGrath. But we also adopted a package of measures concerning chemicals. Executive Vice President Sejourné and Commissioner Roosevelt, they will present these new measures to you after this press conference. And we also discussed a strategy on EU stockpiling and a second strategy on medical countermeasures. And these two files will be adopted tomorrow by written procedure, and Executive Vice President Minsato and Commissioner Lahip, they will present them to you in this press room tomorrow at 10 o'clock. Let's now move to the main topic of this press conference. We have adopted today the 6th edition of the Rule of Law report. Commissioner McGrath and I will give you an overview of the report and answer also for your questions. Protecting and promoting rule of law is a major priority of this college. The report comes at a very crucial time. Our union is facing political polarization and also pressure on democratic institutions, challenges on our economies and also growing external threats. That is why the rule of law matters more than ever. Not just for our democracy, but also for our economy, our security and our credibility as a union built on values. This report is a result of very broad engagement. It's rooted in a democratic dialogue and shared responsibility. It is based on a very close partnership with our member states' authorities, but also a strong engagement with the civil society organisations and also other key actors, from professional associations to journalists. They play a vital role in upholding the rule of law on the ground. Their contributions matter. They bring practical insights and also grounded perspectives to our assessments. We have a very solid method of work based on dialogue, on support and encouraging reforms at the national level. And this method works. The latest report confirms positive trends across many member states. We are seeing consistent progress in areas like judicial independence, anti-corruption efforts, media freedom and diversity, and also robust institutional checks and balances. The yearly assessment of the rule of law is bringing necessary reforms and cultivating a culture of open dialogue. It's also good to note that over half of the 2024 recommendations, they have been either fully or partially implemented this year. At the same time, let's be clear, challenges persist across all member states in different forms and to different degrees. These concerns include issues with the fairness in the justice system, major corruption, weak rules for integrity frameworks, problems with protecting journalists and pressure on our civil society. To uphold the rule of law is a permanent process. No country is immune to challenges, and that is why this annual dialogue also matters. It's about preserving a union based on shared values, improving the health of our 27 legal and democratic systems, and also holding each other to the same standard. And the same applies also to our enlargement countries. This year, the same 4 enlargement countries as in 2024 are included in the Rule of Law report. And we will extend the inclusion of more enlargement countries in the Rule of Law report as and when they are ready. The Rule of Law report is not a static exercise, it's also a process on a continuous renewal and adaptation. That is why this year we have also added a single market dimension. And this is a key. The rule of law is not only a backbone of our democracy, it's also a cornerstone of our competitiveness. A fair and predictable legal environment builds trust. It gives investors confidence, protects and empowers our consumers, and also allows our businesses, especially SMEs, to operate on a level playing field across our borders. Without a strong rule of law, the single market simply cannot function in an effective way. By adding the single market dimension, we recognise that legal certainty, independent regulators and the fair enforcement of rules are not abstract principles, they are everyday necessities. This new focus helps us to identify and address rule of law issues that directly impact how companies invest, compete and grow in Europe. Looking ahead, we are also now strengthening the link between the rule of law report and EU funding. This means stronger safeguards, a link between recommendations and financial support, and also greater accountability. And we are not stopping here. Later this year, we will present the European Democracy Shield, an important initiative to support resilient democracies in the EU, and our aim is to promote and strengthen democratic institutions, fair elections, free media and citizen engagement. And we will also present the EU's first ever civil society strategy to promote and protect civil society organisations across the Union. And finally, with this rule of law report, we are now launching also the new cycle. We will invite the Council and the European Parliament to engage in both general and country-specific debates. And we strongly encourage continued dialogue at national level, involving parliaments, civil society and citizens. Because the rule of law is not one-off exercise, it's a continuous commitment. And while no member state is perfect, progress in each one strengthens our union as a whole. Together, through reform, cooperation and open dialogue, we safeguard what unites us, the rule of law, democracy and trust in our European Union. And before giving the floor to Commissioner McGrath, I would like to thank him for very close cooperation and especially for his hard work and commitment on this very important dossier. So please, Michael.